COP23, Honorable Vorenge Bainimarama, Heads of Government, Your Excellencies. PAINGO, the Pacific Islands Association of Non-Government Organizations, on the behalf of Pacific Civil Society, take this opportunity to commend and applaud the inclusion of non-state partners. We thank you very much. Transformation, ambition, and inclusivity are the hallmark promises of Agenda 2030. We also believe this forms the nexus between Agenda 2030 and also the Paris Agreement. Honorable High-Level Champion, transformation is about changing hearts and minds. We may have agreements, policies, sessions, many more COPs, but if we don't change hearts and minds, and I think this is where civil society can assist. As the President of COP stated earlier today, governments cannot meet these challenges alone. We commend and affirm the need for a grand coalition of non-state partners involving private sector, civil society, and governments. PAINGO is a 27-year-old regional NGO umbrella, but we're not alone. We're part of civil society sector. The Pacific has a very rich fabric of civil society. The Pacific Council of Churches has been at the forefront of nuclear-free independent Pacific, faith-based organizations, community-based organizations, women, disability, youth, sports, media, human rights and advocacy, Pacific climate warriors, prayer warriors. Civil society may not be visible in these spaces, but we are active at the local level and in global level. We're active in New York, we're active in Brussels, we're active in Beijing, we're active world around. We have global partners who we can bring to bear in terms of our collective advocacy. High-Level Champion, you asked the question, how do we get there? It's SDG 17. We take this opportunity to acknowledge that His Excellency the President of Nauru will be convening a CSO dialogue. We also acknowledge His Excellency the Prime Minister of Tuvalu, who recently also convened a CSO dialogue with Polynesian leaders. Your Excellencies, we affirm the Grand Coalition. 10 years ago, when no one was talking about 1.5, civil society campaigned 1.5 to stay alive. We join leaders in keeping this ambition high. We can play the outside strategies while you are negotiating on the inside. We believe we need to have key messages. We need to have target audiences. And for a change, we won't be fighting against our governments. We will be working with you on the goal. We agree that loss and damage is important, particularly because the Warsaw mechanism takes us this time to Poland. And as we see before we hand over the presidency of COP24, this is the moment that we should take advantage of pushing loss and damage. We also want to bring into the conversation climate change-induced displacement. We know that external migration is the last resort, but we're already witnessing relocation as adaptive measures in our countries, and we believe this should be looked at. We appeal to our development partners to provide resources to support the participation and engagement of civil society in this Talanoa process on the way to COP24. Your Excellencies, I thank you.